In this video, we'll learn how to use Excel's Vlookup function to help a restaurant retrieve information for a menu item that's associated with an item that's being posted in the data entry table. All that, coming right up. Here's our base data table. The data consists of item, type, price, direct cost, and gross profit, grouped in columns. Each item is a unique value. All items on the restaurant's burgers, sandwiches, and hot dogs menu are included in the base data table. Values in the gross profit column are calculated by subtracting the direct cost from the price, as shown here. This is our data entry table, which we'll use to post new sales data for each item sold. It contains item, type, number sold, and gross profit, organized in columns. We'll be using Excel's Vlookup feature to retrieve information from the base data table that's associated with the item we are posting in the data entry table. In the previous video, we created drop-down list from which we populate the item values in the data entry table. If you missed that video, you may want to check it out at the link in the upper right corner. Okay, now let's get to it. Vlookup requires 4 inputs, namely, a lookup value, a table array, a column index count, and a true or false to specify an approximate or exact match respectively. In this example, we want to retrieve the type of item we are posting in the data entry table from the base data table. In other words, is it a burger, sandwich, or hot dog? Frankly, we know the item type based on the item name, but for demonstration purposes, we'll let Excel look it up for us. To do this, we must first find a match for the item we are posting in the data entry table. So, the lookup value in this example is the item we are posting in the data input table. To begin with, this is the first item we post, which is the value in cell G5. Next, we specify the table array. The table array in this example is the area on the base data table or source table where the lookup value and item type are listed. The first column in the table array must be the column that contains the lookup value. So, when designing base data tables, it's important to place the root data in the leftmost column. The table array in our example consists of the cells from A5 through B17 in the base data table. The data we wish to look up and retrieve is the value in the type column, which is the second column to the right of the first column in our array. So, our Vlookup formula looks like this. The dollar signs fix the table array. So, when we copy and paste the Vlookup formula later, the table array area will not move. This brings us to our final step in this tutorial. Our goal is to determine which types of food items generate the most profit. To do this, we'll need Excel to look up the gross profit for the item we're posting, and then multiply it by how many were sold for the day. In the base data table, the gross profit is listed in column 5 to the right of the item column, which contains the lookup value, just like in the previous exercise. So, when we write our Vlookup formula, we'll have to expand the table array to include all 5 columns of the base data table, which starts at cell A5 and ends at cell E17. Our lookup value remains the same as in the previous exercise. Our Vlookup formula looks like this. Next, we'll need to copy and paste our Vlookup formula to the cells below it in the data entry form, just as we did in the previous exercise. Just remember to copy formulas in the paste special command box to avoid copying the border at the top of the item column. If your table does not have this border, then you can simply click and drag the lower right corner of the selected cell that contains the formula. Now, whenever we post a food item to our data entry table, the Vlookup formulas will find and return the item type and gross profit per item, which we then multiply by how many were sold for the day to get the total gross profit. As a final cosmetic adjustment, we'll want to modify our formulas by adding the conditional statement as shown here. This will prevent blank item entries in the data entry table from returning errors. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please like and subscribe. And to avoid missing out on new videos, please click the notifications bell. Have a great day.